Sif is a 6 mana mage legendary with spell damage +1, and that spell damage is improved by each spell school you've cast throughout the game. So of course as a mage, it's pretty easy for us to have access to Fire, Frost, and Arcane, but we do actually also have a shadow spell with Reverberations. For 3 mana, we can summon a copy of a minion, and each of those copies dies if they take 1 damage. This card was already pretty good in the previous expansion, but with every class playing Titans now, it got a huge boost with this set. We can also play Watcher of the Sun, a neutral 2-drop that gives us a holy spell to power up our Sif. And if we want to invest the 2 mana to forge it, it also heals our hero for 6, which is pretty nice. But our most consistent enabler is going to be Discovery of Magic, a 1 mana spell that discovers a spell from a spell school we haven't played this game. So with all these cards, we can actually find all 7 spell schools and power up our Sif to 8 spell damage. And our win condition from there is going to involve Molten Rune, a 3 mana spell that deals 3 damage and gives us a spell from any class. And if we forge it, then this casts twice. So on its own, it'll deal 6 damage, but that also means it double benefits from spell damage. So if we have +8 off Sif, then this will deal 11 damage twice. So it can be 3 mana, deal 22 damage to the opponent. And then we can finish things off with one of our 1 mana, deal 2 damage cards. And for 3 cards and 10 mana, that's going to be an OTK. But Sif isn't our only multi-spell school payoff card. We've also got Wisdom of Norgannon, which we can discount down to 0 mana, draw 2. There's also Inquisitive Creation, a 4 mana minion that deals 1 to all enemy minions, improved by the spell schools we've cast this game. One of the strongest board clears ever, honestly. And finally, Elemental Inspiration, a 7 mana spell that summons a 4/5 for each spell school we've cast throughout the game, and they each get a random keyword. And then of course, we can't forget Mage's Titan, Norgannon, a 6 mana 3/8 Titan, who says after he uses one of his abilities, it doubles the effectiveness of the other abilities. So the first is deal 5 damage, and if that's doubled, it goes up to 10, doubled again, it can deal 20 damage to any target, including the enemy hero. It can also make the opponent's cards cost 1, 2, or 4 more mana next turn, or cast 1, 2, or 4 random mage secrets. A lot of people were expecting Norgannon to maybe be one of the weaker Titans, but it turns out it's just a very solid 6 mana play, almost always. And it was a pretty strong contributor to my 8-2 record with the deck. Surely Cosmic Keyboard is a good card, right?
I see you brought guests. The living drop all kinds of things.
Could just go ahead and shoot that thing. But if I'm willing to do that, I probably should have just hero powered instead of playing Infinitize here.
Here, God. Still in ambush.
Alright, set up the keyboard. Next turn is maybe AI Infinitize, and then we can follow that up with Star Power. And then Wisdom starts getting pretty cheap at that point. Could go Arcane Worm here, but if I'm playing Star Power next turn, I don't really need to worry about hand space. Or worry about damage. Also, I have few enough cards that I don't have to worry about hand space here. Explosive Runes is a cheap fire spell for these Wisdoms and Sif. So I guess I take it. It costs 2 mana and it discounts each of these by 1, so it's kind of just straight up worth it, right? This card could be pretty nice. I don't really need to play star power here. Let's see what this attack does. Bait and switch. Maybe I do need to star power here, actually. Alright, cool. It's a bit overkill, but I also get a 5/5 out of it, so I'm quite okay with things.
No creature deserves to be caged.
Our lawn is scary. Although I do have 5/5 to kill that. Let's play this thing. Consecration's not bad. So I've actually only played Arcane and Fire so far, which is pretty pathetic. But I do have a Holy and a Shadow spell in hand, and it shouldn't be hard to find a Frost. What a star power. Sif is only up to 4. I have so much card draw in my hand. Very good explosive runes. Might reverb here, just for the sake of my wisdoms and my Sif. Feels kind of gross playing, spending mana on this card. But I think it does make sense. I still need a Frost, don't I? Yeah, I did. Nice. Okay, so 6 spell damage. That means this card does 18 at the moment. If I can just find one of my 1 mana damage spells, we're pretty close to just killing. That's kind of annoying. Is this not a nature spell?
Hearty snacks.
That would have been a good card to draw. You only do 5 damage, right? Kind of pathetic here. Although I can reverb it and shoot for 10. But at that point I may as well just reverb this, right? Although this can also make my opponent's cards cost 1 more. Alright, this is fine. Surely a weak prison here. Blessing of Kings. Okay, they drew a bunch of cards, but didn't really deal with my Titan here. Although they have 2 mana to deal 1 damage to it, which shouldn't be too hard. Okay, that does one-shot my guy. Prismatic Elemental. So I'd be fishing for nature and fell, right? Alright, let's see what Prismatic Elemental can do. I did hit a nature, but kind of sketchy. I mean, I guess Drum Circle's actually pretty sick with Elemental Inspiration, if they live. I think it's just independently good here. Sure, I don't know. Sif, still at 6 spell damage, but after I play this, she'll be at 7. Don't think King Crush is too scary here. Going face. So I do have the Drum Circle, but I didn't hit any Wind Furies, which is kind of a bummer. So I play this, it puts me up to 28 damage. Oh wait, I can just Sif here probably, right? This goes here, I've got 14, and then this is 18. I almost missed the straightforward lethal my deck is built around. Nice.
Queen Ashara
Warlock.
versus Gul'dan. Know the true essence of fear.
My music will wash over you.
I think I definitely like keeping one Cold Case. It is my only Frost spell. Also just good. I think I'm just gonna go keyboard into coin, cold case, cold case. Cosmic keyboard, coin, cold case, cold case. And Discovery of Magic. It's kind of early to play this actually, but I did get a nature spell that's going to be active as soon as turn 4, or as soon as turn 5, I guess. Alright, picked up a shadow spell as well, so we're doing really, really good on the spell school portion of the game. Could have maybe held the coin for star power, but I think this is pretty good. Might just reverb one of the, or might just reverb the rush minion.
You will not come closer.
I don't know, kind of seems like I don't really need to worry about the 7/7 this turn. I'll try to snipe the 7/3 here, but alright. I actually shouldn't have attacked with the second skeleton once I saw that the first one missed. Because now they have 7/1 into 4/4 instead of 7/3 into 4/4. ETC? Not sure what you would put in an ETC in that deck. Let's just blast them and make a 5/5. Force them to at least play a minion if they want a Forge of Wills here. Of course they can play Loken, which is kind of a bummer, but then I have Reverb for Loken. Siphon Soul. Wow. What a turn from the opponent. Probably don't need any heals out of this guy. Clear Conscience. What if I put that on Norganon at some point? They are a Siphon Soul player. Might be pretty good. So I've definitely played, what, Fire, Frost, Arcane, and then I have Holy and Shadow in my hand. that's all they have, I might just Norgan on it. Like, yeah, I don't land the clear conscience on it necessarily, but like, I don't know. It was never going to be that hard to deal with when they have Forge of Wills. And maybe we sneak it under the, like, Thaddeus Forge of Wills turn or something. That's pretty annoying, though.
Unravel the secrets lost to
Random mage secrets are extremely annoying.
You will not come closer.
But I can reverb them back and then make all their cards cost 4 more next turn, which should suck for them. Pretty likely to be counterspell, but I need to check for star power anyway. Okay. Pretty decent. I believe I've played 4 spell schools now. Or wait, what did I do with Discovery of Magic? I don't remember what card that hit. Well, let's just see what the... Oh, this is probably gonna get freaking objected. Should have probably had Watcher get objected. Oh well. Crusader Aura. That's kind of nasty.
We rise to the warming sun.
Boom. Could be Vengeful Visage, I think that's fine. That Arcane Worm was like actually pretty good, because it was my final point of damage in a Sif Rune OTK turn. I think Molten Rune might have been a stronger card for them to take, but definitely understandable. They wouldn't want me to have Sunwell. Beautiful.
Such choices.
Fell spell. Pretty bad fell spell to go with Elemental Inspiration, though. Probably just play this. I actually got a nice little sequence. Divine Shield, Taunt, Reborn. Divine Shield, Taunt, Reborn. But Sargeras is tough. Forge this guy. Then we can finale the Infinitize, I guess. Volume up should be very good. It actually doesn't draw that much, but it's still good to have. Now that card's scary. But it's still not hard for me to deal 30. If I can just draw a Sif and Worm. Did not hit my reverb here. Okay, finally hit Inquisitive Creation. Only 4 cards in deck. I'm actually just gonna go Defile Worm here. That way, if I draw Sif, it'll just be lethal. I think it's worth setting up for that when 25% of my draws are Sif. Could have just used like Molten Rune to finish that off, but setting up lethal's sick. And I do think allowing Sargeras to make 2/6/8 taunts is probably not really okay. Lock in. I do have reverb, which I can always draw since I have volume up. 2/6 Okani? What other 2/6s are there? Okani's actually very annoying because I'm low on minions. Maybe Infinitize can hit Synthesize. Okay. Inquisitive. Does this actually tell me what they hit? No. I just have to guess based off the stats. So if I volume up here, I always draw Sif next turn. So I guess I'll just do that.
A conundrum. I am low on cards.
We'll Infinitize, I guess. I think Discovery of Magic just doesn't get anything, right? Jiraxxus Sargeras is just so greedy. Oh, Dirty Rat makes sense as the 2/6. Let's go, Sif, bottom card. Although if I had drawn it last turn, I would have simply won already. They're at 28. I should have 30. Not sure if this could hit anything. Oh no. They heal up to 34 off that. This is 8 spell damage. I'm pretty sure I have 33 to my opponent's 34. God, freaking Hollow Hound, dude. No rush. But I got a good combination of Stealth, Divine Shield, and Reborn. Should have played Sif. They would have killed themselves with that Obliterate. Okay, so now they're at 32. So even without my board, Sif is just lethal. Which is good, because my board doesn't do any damage. Okay, nice. Okay. Rogue is one of the classes that I've lost to, so I would like to get my revenge here. I don't think I should keep Star Power, but it is a good card in the matchup. I think Reverb is a keep, though. It's just so insane against a big magnetic minion. And it's also possible that whatever big idiots they play have Rush, which makes Reverb even better. I actually have like 3 valid plays this turn. I think I really don't want them to squirrel me though. Squirrel is scary. Three. I could kill that with Hero Power Arcane Bolt. But then what do I do if they just coin Lab Constructor? But what do I do here if they just play Squirrel? Well, I guess I bump off the Divine Shield and then I have Reverb Arcane Bolt. I think I'm just going to set up the keyboard. creation protocol. Sure. That's not a squirrel, although they could still coin it. Coin stealth. Very annoying. I think Tomb Guardians could actually be pretty sick. It's a lot of defense. Easy Inquisitive. It's only at 2 at the moment. So what I've only played in our... Wait, what have I played? I played Creation Protocol, so I played a Holy. So cool. What does Star Power do? It does 15 damage. So I need the first shot to hit this. There's no way to guarantee it. I guess I'm just playing this, not corpsed. It's kind of gross. This guy's up to 4 now because I've played Holy Fire Shadow. Pretty easy to play in Arcane. I don't think Mech Rogue deals with these taunts very well, even though they could have been much better taunts. So that's good at least. Might even be willing to reverb a taunt next turn if this gets stealthed or something. Can't play reverb and star power. Or reverb and inquisitive. Do you have rush? Lifesteal? No. I guess star power probably clears here. One. Yeah. This guy does 5. I don't understand why they play this card. Okay, pretty bad turn. I do already have 2 reverbs and 2 molten runes. Is there ever a world where I need a second inspiration though? It's kind of hard to imagine. I don't know. Maybe I like play the first one and it gets a bunch of garbage and you need to YOLO the second one for taunts. That's like very possible. If they don't buff that, I can kill it. Just don't give it stealth, please. Well, as long as that's not like prep into something decent, it should be fine here actually. Do I want to heal with Watcher? Am I always playing Inquisitive Creation here? I should be, right? I could actually reverb Creation and then I'd get a little spare part thingy off this. But I don't really have any other mechs, so that's not worth it, I don't think. I think it's good to heal with this. Holy Smite. Holy Smite honestly is pretty good. Have I played a holy spell yet? So hard to keep track of when I'm not paying that much attention. I definitely have played Shadow. Definitely have played Shadow. Arcane. Definitely have played Shadow and Arcane.
The sun incinerates you.
This one seems pretty easy. Nice. Nice, 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 nice.